Target Koku also started in the virtually full-strength Barcelona side. Patrick Kluivert and Danny were out front. Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry were on the bench for Arsenal. Kanu played in attack with Lithuanian trialist Tomas. The commentators Jerry Armstrong and Martin Tyler.
Here's of course a time of the year when the players primarily are looking at these games as training exercises, but training exercises in first team strips in a fabulous arena with a healthy crowd tend to get the adrenaline flowing for players of this stature. Sergi, one of three at the back. It's a sort of 3-2-3-2 formation. We'll get Jerry Armstrong's words on that as the evening develops for Barcelona. Silvinho now very much Arsenal's main left back. Nigel Winterburn has gone to pastures new at Upton Park along with Davor Schuker. Martin Kern losing his bearings, and Seaman almost getting a major problem in his first involvement. His momentum in danger of carrying him and the ball in his grasp out of the penalty area. Louis van Gaal watches in his new capacity with mixed thoughts. The Dutch national coach, but a man of Barcelona until very recently. Guardiola, very much the puller of the strings in their midfield. Sergi, Keown in trouble again, and I think that might be a penalty against Martin Keown for a tug on Danny. Well, a very tentative start to the game from Keown. This is the second incident in which he's been caught out already.
Well, I think both times this ball's over the top. I think he's outside the area when the tug actually is from Martin Keown, but the referee has awarded it inside the box, and this is a sensational start to the game, Martin.
So it's Guardiola to take on David Seaman from the penalty spot. Just 2 minutes gone, and Barcelona lead here in Amsterdam. Well, certainly the replay then did suggest, as Jerry said, that the offence took place, certainly started outside the area. Penalty given, penalty taken, penalty scored. Danny looking for Kluivert, finding Patrick Kluivert, who could pick a way through here. Well, David Seaman got in the way of the shot, and Arsenal are very grateful that he did. He was diving away to his right, the ball rebounding off a body that was horizontal in mid-air. Effective goalkeeping by the England man. Overmars against Arsenal. Still Mark Overmars, and still!
Well, that would have been nice if he'd have scored a goal against his old club on his debut for his new club. Tricky skills here, cutting inside, then outside, checks back on his right foot, tight angle, but hits the target. Seaman's been in good form. I think he's needed to be, Martin, as well.
And Laurent skips past Sergi again, well claimed by Ducruel.
Well, there's no doubt this is the outlet they want to use. Laurent on the right-hand side has the measure of Sergi. They've got to keep feeding the ball out to him, and then hopefully someone can get on the end of one of the crosses. But in the last 5 or 6 minutes, I've been encouraged by the response from Arsenal.
Overmars might be a little discouraged by that challenge from Lee Dixon. Just the Lithuanian striker wearing number 34 for Arsenal. Has done very well here. He's primarily regarded as a player with good aerial presence, but he found himself with space and he's brought Arsenal level. And if you're on trial, this is the sort of contribution you're dreaming of making. 1-1.
Well, he shows tremendous aptitude here. He just lets the ball run across his body, sucks Philip Cocu in, and then he curls this one in the far corner. He places that. That's a wonderful strike and a great goal.
Danny, in goes Kluivert. Oh, and he's ruffled the net on the outside. Sort of opportunity he was gobbling up for Holland just a few weeks ago.
Well, we can safely say that David Seaman has earned his corner today. Stands up really well, big, makes the save. I thought he should have scored on the rebound, Martin. Maybe a little bit casual, but a let off for Arsenal.
Kluivert again. And not David Seaman. There's been a series of Seaman saves in this first half, which suggests that the England goalkeeper is starting the season in fine fettle. That possibly was going wide.
Yes, but he wasn't to know that, Martin. And once again, it's the strength and power of Patrick Kluivert on either foot coming in and hitting the target again.
Seaman uncertain with the fist, and Cocu heads into a rather unguarded net, and Barcelona are back in front, and that didn't go so well for David Seaman.
No, but I think young Gerrard is the boy who puts him off. He climbs really well, he's superb in the air. We just see here, he's the player that comes in and just does enough to put David Seaman off, and then it's a simple header for Philip Cocu. But not well defended. I don't think he'd be well pleased, especially when you think of some of the great saves he's made already.
Dixon, Kanu. That whistle is for half-time. A lively first 45 minutes here. Cocu has restored a lead for Barcelona. They got their first lead early in the game, a penalty from Guardiola. The Lithuanian trialist equalised for Arsenal. They're behind, though, in Amsterdam at the break. Two changes at half-time for Barcelona. Gabri, wearing number 16, has come on the right-hand side. Simao.
Is number 12, Emmanuel Petit.
And it's Petit for Overmars. I've noted Sergi doing a bit of interpreting to get the message from the coaching staff about exactly what they want from Manu Petit, who is of course a very versatile player. Luzhny. Taken on by Silvinho. Kanu coming in at the far post. Well, Silvinho wasn't looking for him, but it's a lovely touch from Danny Lievchus that invited Silvinho there to carry on his run.
It's tremendous play, counter-attack movement, gets into the box, hits the target, and it's a one-handed save from Richard Dutrell, and it's fortunate that it goes over because the power almost took it into the back of the net.
Petit is playing on the left-hand side with the Sergi ahead of him. Oh, and Patrick Kluivert's in the clear against David Seaman. And he's left rather with egg on his face, to Arsenal's considerable relief.
You can see the joke about it because he's smiling, but he must know that was a great opportunity to wrap the game up, Martin.
Here's Rivaldo. Rivaldo taking Arsenal on, beaten out by Seaman with enough on the parry to clear the penalty area and clear the attempted follow-up by Danny. And brought away well by Silvinho in rather testing circumstances. Kanu. And Petit has a bit of a problem here. It's led to a free kick to Arsenal. And a Apology by Manu Petit for interrupting the progress of Laren. Keown's come forward. Silvino again entrusted with the dead ball situation when a left footer is required. Header defensively by Rivaldo, popped back in by Dixon. Bergkamp, Kanu, blocked on the line, and Barcelona's lead is still intact, just. But look at this.
Well, just look who it is on the line. It's fantastic skill from Bergkamp, but look at this play. On the line, off the line. Rivaldo, fantastic stuff.
And the header from the corner by Grimondi. Took him some useful goals last season, more than he expected from himself. He got 3 in 3 successive games. Rivaldo to the rescue.
Well, I mean, a lot of people have talked about Rivaldo and his skill and talent, but I've seen him work for the team, up and down. He really does put the effort in, and that's superb play from him.
And here he is on the ball, and out of the pitch that he would rather be in than defending his own goal line. Gabri. There might have been a foul in the first place, and then the second challenge by Luzhny on Dani. 15 minutes to go.
I was going to say, Martin, sometimes there's balls that you can't win as a defender, and that was one of them, and all he's done is give Barcelona a free kick in a very good position. And Rivaldo might quite well fancy a shot from here on his favourite left foot.
Good way out. Seaman's training to get a good view. And he does. He has to come across his line. Not danger averted yet, back by Dani. And onto the top of the net. So Rivaldo found the range, but not the route past David Seaman.
Well, it's a great effort over the top of the wall, curling, get into the far corner. And once again, David Seaman comes to the rescue. Excellent save.
They've got a chance to really wrap it up on the break here. Rivaldo, there's no flag. The Brazilian in at David Seaman. Puts another save on that lengthening list.
Well, he's definitely earned his corn. I think you can forgive him for the second goal, Martin. He's been excellent, David Seaman, tonight.
Oh, and I think Keown's fiery nature just surfacing right at the very last. The Dutchman, Philip Cocu, scored the winning goal here for Barcelona against Arsenal. 2-1 their success. It came before half-time, chances in the second half at both ends. But Arsenal are beaten, and Barcelona have made a buoyant beginning to this competition.
Saw the host team Ajax take on the Italian champions Lazio. Jerry Armstrong and Rob Hawthorne are the commentators.
Here's Tournement. There's O'Brien. The lads have made a good run through the middle, but Knoppe instead looks to Van der Meijden. And a good incisive start from him, and it was an important header away by Pancaro. Patient approach from Lazio, but offside flag is up against Salas. A weighted ball through to him from De La Peña, but Salas himself didn't wait long enough. Van der Meijden, who really is exciting the crowd. He's managed to pull it back well to O'Brien, and Vitschke hits one! Now Van der Meijden, he's on his way again! Great run.
I think it would have been fitting if the outstanding player of the first half had scored an outstanding goal.
This is O'Brien. Bobson managed to get past his man well. Good skills. Vichka. Now Van der Meij. Oh, good turn by Arveladze, and it deflected off Pancaro. And they've managed to get it through, and the flag's down. It's Arveladze, he's taken it too far. Did the goalkeeper catch him? No.
I think he took a dive because he did knock the ball too far.
Bobson. He's fed it back well for Canopa. Oh, and it's lifted over by Vinter. Ravanelli. Into La Peña. Good run from Nedved. And Salas was waiting and forced to wait in vain by the goalkeeper's catch. 17 minutes left. There's Van der Meij. Done well again. Oh, it's deflected. Oh, it's just wide. O'Brien. Now Vinter. Pulled across by Van der Gunn. Arveladze's there! And has he managed to force it over the line? No.
Well, super piece of play here down the right-hand side. Great ball in from Van der Gunn. Deep to the far post, does it cross the line? It sits on the line, just look at that.
Vierklaar. Now Jose with Van der Gunn waiting, just beyond him. And volleyed wide by Bronca. Good play here from Bronca, pulls it right across, and Vinter can't make any significant contact. Van der Meij looks to pull it back across as well, and Lazio having to throw themselves at it in a bit to clear. Van der Gunn looking to get away, but quite clearly checked there by Pesaresi.
Well, it's an elbow, comes straight across on his face. He knows he's got to stop him. He's got too much pace from Van der Gunn, and he's had a poor game for me, Emmanuel Pesaresi.
And it's red. He's off.